Hey, it's me. So I watched that movie last night, Civil War 2024. And I guess all in all, it wasn't bad. I didn't mind it. Would I recommend it? Yeah, probably. I wouldn't overwhelmingly recommend it. But like, I don't know, if you're looking for a movie to sit around at night, sitting around on a weeknight, you just wanted something to watch, yeah, I'd probably recommend it too. The plot wasn't bad. It kept me entertained the whole way through. And just there was a few things that I had issue with. I don't know. So I guess I don't know. They said that Obama, I don't know if he was a producer or donated money, or I don't know. Especially had something to do with the film, but I don't even know how true that is, honestly. Not that it even really matters. I guess it's just whether you like it or not. I guess I could have looked it up. I didn't, but I don't know. That's what I thought I read or heard or something. But like I said, yeah, it wasn't bad. I don't know. Like I said, I do have a few issues with it. I guess the first one, so the rebellious army, or if you want to call them an army, the rebels, I guess, were the left wing. The left wing liberals, I guess, were the rebels. I don't know. I find that a little hard to believe. I would think it would be the other way around, more than likely, in real life. I would think the right would be the more capable of putting the militias together and forming some kind of army to take on another army. Which brings me to really my second point is, how does a bunch of rebels take on the United States military? They don't explain it at all or anything. They don't show you how it happened, because it kind of picks up towards the end of the conflict, I guess you call it. And somehow these rebels have managed to defeat the U.S. military. I don't know, with just the militias starting out, how do you defeat the U.S. military that has jets and tanks and missiles? And I don't know, unless you were, I guess, maybe to be able to get half the military to come along with you to your side, maybe. I guess that could happen. Then maybe a little more evenly matched, maybe. But I don't know. And I don't know, like another part. So like I said, the rebels, the Western Alliance, I think they were called, the Western Front, Western Alliance. They were the liberals, and a lot of their soldiers had rainbow-colored hair, painted fingernails, and that's how you know that it was the liberals. And apparently, the plot is that the president, which I believe is supposed to represent like a Donald Trump type figure, which is now on his third or fourth consecutive term, and apparently he refuses to leave office, which matches up with the Democrats' constant saying that Donald Trump will never surrender power again. So apparently that's what this is supposed to be like, and the president is supposed to be like a Donald Trump type figure, and I don't know, it's just goofy, that whole part of it. And so like I said, you got this Western Alliance that's trying to take over, and apparently they do. Apparently the Western Alliance defeats the U.S. military, and they make it the whole way to Washington, D.C., which brings me to another point. So they started out there in New York City, and this four of them, this car full of car, like they're heading to Washington D.C. where the president, because they somehow managed to get this, score this big interview with the president. So they're headed from New York City to Washington D.C. and somehow that trip is 879 miles, I believe they said, which is way out of, not even close to being right. I live in that area. I live like an hour and a half from Washington, Baltimore, and like 3 hours from New York City. And it is nowhere near 879 miles from New York. Now I know they do go a little out of the way, so, but I still don't think, no way it's 879 miles. But yeah, that was another thing that kind of got me. I don't know. And like I said, lastly, how the Rainbow Army is capable of defeating the United States military is a bit preposterous, if you ask me. In the end, they end up breaking into the White House and shooting their way through the White House, and of course they kill the president. I guess I should have said spoiler alert if anybody hasn't watched this yet and wants to see it. But other than those few things that bugged me, like I said, it wasn't a bad movie. So yeah, if you get the chance, sit down, watch it. You might get a chuckle out of it. But that's all I got. See ya.